Hello, my friends, and welcome back to our channel. My name is Nikolay Nenov. I am a certified food expert and pharmacist. In this video, we will explore how insulin resistance contributes to weight gain and review the research on this topic. Insulin resistance is when the body's cells do not respond effectively to insulin, the hormone responsible for regulating blood sugar. This leads to increased insulin production by the pancreas, which can eventually result in various health problems, including weight gain and obesity. What is insulin resistance? Insulin resistance occurs when the body's cells, especially muscle, fat, and liver cells, start resisting the normal physiological effects of insulin. Under normal conditions, insulin helps glucose, sugar from food enter cells to be used as energy or stored for future use. This process is disrupted by insulin resistance, leading to elevated blood sugar levels. One of the key outcomes of insulin resistance is hyperinsulinemia, a condition where the body produces more insulin than necessary to compensate for the reduced sensitivity of cells. High insulin levels can stimulate fat accumulation and hinder fat breakdown processes, directly contributing to weight gain. Mechanisms linking insulin resistance and weight gain. Several mechanisms explain how insulin resistance leads to weight gain. Increased lipogenesis. Insulin is a powerful anabolic hormone, controlling not only carbohydrate metabolism, but also stimulating fat synthesis, lipogenesis. In insulin resistance, the body produces more insulin to maintain normal blood sugar levels, which leads to increased fat storage as excess glucose is converted into fat. Decreased fat breakdown. Elevated insulin levels also suppress lipolysis, the breakdown of fats in the body. This means the body cannot efficiently use stored fat as an energy source, leading to further fat accumulation and weight gain. Increased appetite. Insulin resistance can affect the central nervous system, stimulating appetite, especially for foods rich in carbohydrates and sugars. Studies show that high insulin levels can trigger the hypothalamus, the part of the brain responsible for regulating hunger, leading to increased hunger and frequent eating. The role of obesity in developing insulin resistance. Obesity and insulin resistance often develop simultaneously, but it is important to note that the relationship can be bidirectional. On one hand, fat accumulation, especially around the abdomen, leads to inflammation and the release of cytokines, which reduce the cell's sensitivity to insulin. On the other hand, insulin resistance itself can lead to weight gain, as previously discussed. Inflammation and insulin resistance. Obesity often leads to chronic inflammation in the body. Fat cells, especially those in the abdominal region, release inflammatory molecules known as cytokines, which can worsen insulin sensitivity. This inflammation can damage insulin receptors on cells, making it harder for insulin to bind and exacerbating insulin resistance. Fat accumulation around organs. Visceral fat, which accumulates around internal organs, is particularly dangerous as it is metabolically active and contributes to insulin resistance. Research shows that people with visceral obesity are at higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular diseases related to insulin resistance. Scientific studies linking insulin resistance and weight gain. Several studies confirm the connection between insulin resistance and obesity. Below are some of the key findings. One of the first significant studies linking insulin resistance and obesity was conducted by Matthews and colleagues. They introduced the term HOMA-IR, Homeostatic Model Assessment of Insulin Resistance, which assesses insulin resistance by measuring fasting insulin and glucose levels. Their findings revealed that individuals with higher levels of insulin resistance were significantly more likely to be obese. Gerald Reaven introduced the concept of Syndrome X, later known as metabolic syndrome. He found that insulin resistance is a major component of metabolic syndrome, which includes conditions like obesity, high blood pressure, elevated triglycerides, and low HDL, good cholesterol. Reaven's study highlighted the strong link between insulin resistance and obesity, showing how these conditions reinforce one another. Another important study by DeFranzo and colleagues demonstrated that insulin resistance is a major risk factor for developing type 2 diabetes. They found that individuals with insulin resistance were significantly more likely to develop obesity and type 2 diabetes compared to those with normal insulin sensitivity. In a study conducted by Ludwig et al. 2002, researchers found that foods with a high glycemic index raise insulin levels and increase the risk of obesity and insulin resistance. They concluded that diet plays a key role in the development of insulin resistance, showing that consuming large amounts of refined carbohydrates and sugars, as well as foods high in saturated fats, increases the risk of insulin resistance. How to control insulin resistance and weight gain. Understanding the link between insulin resistance and weight gain is crucial to preventing health problems. Here are some approaches to help manage insulin resistance and maintain a healthy weight. Physical activity. Regular physical activity is one of the most effective ways to improve insulin sensitivity. Exercise helps cells use glucose in the blood more efficiently, reducing the need for additional insulin. Aerobic exercises and resistance training are particularly effective in improving insulin sensitivity. Proper diet. Diet is another crucial factor in managing insulin resistance. A diet rich in fiber, healthy fats and proteins, and low in refined carbohydrates can significantly improve insulin sensitivity. Studies show that low carbohydrate and Mediterranean diets are particularly beneficial for individuals with insulin resistance. Weight loss. Reducing body weight is essential for people with insulin resistance and obesity. Even minimal weight loss, 5 to 10% of total body weight, can improve insulin sensitivity and reduce the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Conclusion. Insulin resistance and weight gain are closely linked conditions that often lead to serious health problems like obesity and type 2 diabetes. The mechanisms involved include increased fat synthesis, decreased fat breakdown, and increased appetite. Research shows that individuals with insulin resistance are significantly more prone to obesity and related metabolic disorders. However, through lifestyle changes such as physical activity, a healthy diet, and weight management, it is possible to control insulin resistance and reduce the risk of serious diseases. Thank you for watching our video. If you've enjoyed this video and found it informative, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel to stay updated with the latest content. And as always, if you have any questions or want to share your experiences, feel free to leave a comment down below. I love hearing from my viewers. Your feedback is invaluable and inspires me to keep creating informative content. Remember, your health is your wealth. Stay healthy, stay happy, and let nature's wonders amaze you. See you in the next video.